All
This
right.
meeting is being recorded.
Yeah, we are being recorded. Hi, everyone. So let me just check in with you guys and see how it's going. This is month 6 for the Creative Mystic. This is the final module of the Creative Mystic, and I truly do wish this program, I really wish we could meet in person and circle up every month or every week even to practice the channeling. That is what's really important. So for those of you that are there's a couple here that aren't in the certification program, but if you are, then you get to take these modules. And my suggestion would be, if you had, the desire to keep going with this, to create a circle, to circle up with people weekly, even if it's just in your home. And you could go through the modules. You could even do it month by month, right? And go for a 6-month circle, go through the modules and just share the information in the modules. You can rewrite it if you choose, or you can use the ones that you've downloaded, because you can download them and save them. And so then you would, I'm jumping ahead because I was going to check in with you guys, but then you would you would actually just start with a little meditation, and then just talk about the modules, talk about like open circle with talking, and then you could go into, okay, let's channel, right? So sitting and just guiding everyone back into that space of, being in alignment and feeling into our circle, and feeling if you're drawn to somebody, and just create kind of a little bit of a meditative space, and then allow them one by one to just stand up and say, okay, well, I'm really drawn to this person, and here's what I'm seeing or feeling or hearing. We always ask them first, like, here, I'm really drawn to Lane. Lane, is it okay if I come to you? And if they say, you know what, I don't want to tonight, then you say, okay, that's fine. Just sending you love and sit down. Right. But if they say, yeah, please give me a message, then you can relay the message. And for most people, when we start doing this, it is very much of like, you know what, I'm seeing a tree. I know when I got in the circle, somebody said to me, I see a tree and it's full of jewels and it is meant for you, right? And that's my message to you, and sit down. Right. So it doesn't have to be long, detailed, channeled messages. It could be just, you know what, I'm really seeing a lot of the color blue right now. And I'm not sure what that means to you, but I'll leave that with you, and then sit down. So it's very simple, right? Delmaine, you've done this before.
Yeah, I just got off a call with my friend that we get together every 2 weeks and do it for each other. So
Oh,
we do a 20-minute WhatsApp call and just channel for each other, and then give our messages and see if we get anything for ourselves and stuff like that. So yeah, so I saw a chrysalis for her today and a tortoise, which makes sense because she's planning on moving. So, and she's moving her house. So
oh, nice.
yeah.
Pack up your
So
house
that,
and go.
yeah, basically, you know how that works. And right now, just with the chrysalis, we're just in a bit of a holding pattern just because it's winter. But I said that's temporary.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, so that sort of thing. It would be great to get together with a group. I used to belong to a group in Red Deer back in 1987 or so, 87, 88. And we actually held a circle. I don't know if it was, I think it was almost either every 2 weeks or monthly. And we would do the same thing. We do psychometry, or we do whatever, like all the different whatever we got for each other. It was awesome. Like I learned so much during that. It was almost, I'd say, 2 years that I was involved with that. And that really opened up my eyes to the knowledge that I have that within me to be able to do the channeling, right? In
Yeah.
different ways. Yeah. And so
And
that's when I realized.
yeah, it's the practice, right? And
Yeah.
being in the circle, as scary as it is, like I can remember my heart pounding, like being
Oh,
eggs, like
really? Okay.
how am I ever going to get a message when I'm so nervous, right?
Okay. Huh.
And but it was very, that's what catapulted me forward too, for same for you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because I was so into it at that time, and then I went away from it
Mhm.
um, when I came out to Rocky. And it's funny because one of my friends that I got to know in Red Deer, he told me, he said, Dalmaine, don't go. Don't go. It's not going to be good. And I'm like, oh, don't be silly, Oris. Don't be silly. It'll be fine. Well, no, he was right. He definitely knew what was going to be taking place, but that needed to, right?
Mhm.
So, and it was a time of that I wasn't into it the way I needed to be, but it wasn't needed at the time. It didn't, it just,
Yeah.
there's those times that you're not going to do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so yeah, but it's so great to know that I can come back to it anytime now. Like it feels like, oh, it's there for me. And I'm actually doing things all the time, even though I've missed a lot of the course now. I just didn't, I don't know what it was. I just couldn't do it at that moment I just thought, no, I'm just gonna miss it today.
Yeah.
Just gonna miss it today. I'm too busy. I got other things going, but it's not like I left it. It's just that I didn't show up for those at that time because I had
Yeah.
other things happening. But yeah, no. So yeah, I feel stronger in it now. Like it's like, yeah, it's so much more. And I think, like you say, even this morning when you had your talk, and talk about exploding that light. Like I'm letting more people know what I'm doing and what I think, and my crystals are out in my studio, and it's more present in my everyday thing, right? And
Yeah.
I think, like you say, we used to hide that. So I'm not hiding it anymore, basically. And it just comes up, and more people are into it than we think,
Yeah. That's right.
right?
They are people that you
Yeah.
kind of go, oh, I had no idea.
Or it's in them, but they don't know it. Like it's there,
Mm,
and they're just kind of starting to discover.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How are
So it's
you?
good.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah.
That's okay.
How are you doing, Lane, with it all? This has been pretty new
Uh,
for you.
yeah, yeah, no, it's been really good. Interesting. So I watched that post that you posted about the blue light energy.
Yes.
So the interesting part is one of the surges was on my birthday, November 19th, and I
Oh,
did not sleep. Like I maybe slept 2 hours that night, and it's like people may be really sensitive to these energies, and insomnia is part of it. And I'm like, geez, I wonder if that was part of it. I don't know, like if maybe a combination of just opening, like you said, opening the floodgates, plus maybe whatever was going on that it didn't know at the same time. I was just like, oh, that's interesting. So
that
I
is right.
know.
Because I remember you talking to us about that you're not sleeping, what's going on. And we didn't know about those surges at that time. So I don't know if anybody else, Dalmain, you or anybody watching this saw that post, but it's in the Creative Mystic, I think, Facebook,
It's
or is it in the Soulfully Aligned Creative Mystic? We've got two groups going. One is just for you guys in the certification, and one
it's
is
that one.
got a lot more people. Okay, it's in the
It's the one
certification.
just for us in the
Okay.
certification. Which I think I was originally in it. I don't know how I got removed from it or something. I don't know what happened there. But
yeah,
anyway,
that's
I'm in
okay.
it now. So
Yeah, we got you back. That's good. I think everybody is in it now. So yeah, it is the Soulfully Aligned Creative Mystic membership group. It's a big
yes.
long one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that blue light was interesting. And because it was an interview that Pam Montgomery did. She's an astrologist, intuitive, with what is her name? Rebecca something. Anyways, this woman, Rebecca, was basically kind of like me. Like she had a following of, a couple hundred people, and that was it. And she sent a message to Pam Montgomery and said, I just wanted to let you know I see a lot of blue light around you. And they started a conversation, and she wasn't looking for anything from Pam. Pam's got a huge following. She just was reaching out and saying this, and then she brought her forward for an interview that, because she's a psychic, a medium, and trains people in psychospiritual development, which was kind of like, oh, I wonder if I should take another course with her, because it's always good to be on top of this, right? But she had really clear messages come through that there were 3 different specific events where this intense blue light was coming to the earth. And these happened in November, and I think the beginning of December. And there are so many people that I've talked to, and people that are joining this group this afternoon, that have said, like, since October, everything is changing for me and I need to know what's going on. And so I posted it in there. So anyways, Link,
Okay.
go ahead. Keep
Yeah,
talking.
it was super interesting for sure. I just was like, maybe I am really sensitive to some kind of energies out there that I don't even know of. So that was kind of
Well, you wouldn't
cool.
be here if you weren't.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true.
Yeah.
I've been on a
I
little bit
did.
of a wane. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say your birthday is just a day before mine.
Ah,
Oh, okay. And were you sleeping then?
Well, you know what? I don't remember, but that was right. A day, the 21st was the um, Memorial Day for my auntie that passed,
right.
and
Oh,
and
okay.
like she was a Palladian, so blues all around her.
Oh,
So so it was that's interesting. That's
mhm.
it. And I don't know if that blue light has anything to do with Palladians, but apparently blue is definitely their color.
Ah, I don't
So
know.
I don't
Cool.
know.
Yeah.
All these things we don't know,
Yeah.
but it's there. It's there. But
Yeah, that's
anyway, yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also well, I wanted to watch it for a long time, but I finally did it yesterday. I watched the movie by Wayne Dyer called The Shift. Have you ever
Right.
seen that?
Yes.
Okay,
So
no,
good.
I haven't.
You can just look it up on YouTube. It's 2 hours long, so make sure you have time. But it's so
Okay,
good.
all right.
The
I will
the
definitely do that.
the acting isn't like Oscar winning acting by any means, but the message is.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's interesting because he so wanted to create this movie before the end of his life, right? So I think it was very close to the end of his life when it finished. He
Oh,
finished his last book and that movie, right?
Oh, okay. Didn't know
Yeah. And how
that.
did
Yeah.
how did that?
Oh, it's just powerful. I had my at the very end, I just had my journal out and I was just writing all the stuff he was saying. And I'm like, yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. Like just really touching and meaningful. And I love that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah. And it's the truth. It resonates in your cells, in your body, right?
oh, totally. Like, what a, here's just like a couple of the um, things I wrote down, which some of it I knew. It's just not making things happen, allowing them to show up. Being your authentic self is way beyond the ego. And you're here to enjoy life, be at peace, not to push life. Yeah, it just so good. You are only one thought away from changing your life.
yeah.
Purpose will always
absolutely.
be found in service. Anyways, it's so good. I really enjoyed it.
That's neat.
I've been having some new and different experiences too. The last little while. Since my dreams have been getting very, very strong again, which they haven't been in a while, but that could be too because I was not feeling well. But well, they haven't been in a long time. So, but I did dream, I think I told you guys last month that I dreamt, I'm sure it was a past life dream of being a witch in a witch family. Did I tell you guys that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which was interesting because it reminded me this morning's post on Soulfully Aligned Women by Crystal reminded me that of that dream, because in the dream we had to hide when these men came on horseback with black hoods or whatever. The girls had to run and hide. So they had to hide their light, right? They had to hide what they could do. So that was cool. But last night, and then probably a week or more ago, I've been dreaming about aliens. I've been
Okay.
dreaming like I'm in Star Wars. There's all these different beings, all different beings from different planets. And last night, again, there were these beings that were like, at first they were very tall and skinny. It was like I was looking up and seeing these towers of beings, and then it was like, no, they're not, we're taller than them. They're like half our size, but they're very thin and elongated. Anyways, so it was very, and they were there healing and protecting this boy. So, but it's just been interesting because I'm not a Star Wars fan. So, but you know how when they go into these like other places where there's all these different characters there, all different shapes and forms and personalities, and some like humans, some don't. This is so strange for me. I'm like, I have no idea where this is coming from. So,
I think that I have been more open to that now too, just from being recently involved with my aunt. And I think that it probably is a lot more like that in other galaxies or wherever. And they say that the different aliens are actually more advanced than us, and we're just like babies to them, right? Like some of them don't even waste their time on us, but
right.
some of them feel the need to help us, right? So it's
Yeah.
very possible it's like that, but I'm definitely more open to it than I ever was before. I didn't even think about it really. I just thought, well, it's possible there might be other life, but I never really thought of it. And I think that because that veil is thinning, right, and our energies are rising, then it's going to become more apparent that we're able to start more communication with them in a sense, right? Another
Yeah.
thing that I heard recently was how difficult it was interesting. I don't even know where I heard it now. Maybe I was dreaming it. Anyway, it was people leave the earth when they die young because it's so hard to be here. And
Mhm.
so it's almost like, okay, they weren't quite ready. So that's the reason they leave. It has nothing to do with anything else other than they aren't ready for the challenge. And maybe they come and they realize that and then they let themselves go. So I thought, oh, that's interesting. That would make more sense why people die young,
Yeah,
right?
you'll have to read that post that is in Soulfully Aligned Women
Yeah.
that Krista,
Okay.
that's what it talks about that.
Oh, okay.
It talks
Because
about
I
that.
haven't read it, and I don't know, this morning I woke up with that thought in my head and I'm like, huh, that actually makes me feel better when some young person passes. Because my grandson just had someone pass that was on his hockey team last year in an accident on
Mm.
his way to Red Deer, yeah, just this last weekend. So it's really kind of shocked them all because, of course, they're young and they're strong and healthy. And so for them, it was quite hard. And it is, you think, that's horrible. So yeah. And another friend of ours that had quads, a set of 4 kids at once,
Oh,
here in Rocky, the dad died, just it's from cancer, but he passed away just a couple weeks ago. So, leaving all 5 of those kids, like, cause he had 1 first and then they had 4 all at once. So that's hard to see too. But then you think, okay, if there's a reason, like another reason completely behind it than what we ever thought of, right?
yeah.
So it's interesting. It's a different way of looking at it.
Yeah, definitely. I think I would have a hard time as the mom losing a child with that
Yes.
anyways, because it's
Yeah.
like you're saying I wasn't good enough for that child. I couldn't
Oh,
protect them. I couldn't be here for them, right? Like that would be very hard. But I think all around it would be so like that is the hardest journey, I think, losing a child in any.
I think so. Yeah. I know it
Yeah.
sure affected my mom. Like my
Yeah.
my my brother passed away when he was 2.5,
Oh,
and I was just 3 months old. And that's when I discovered, like, just not that long ago, I discovered that's why I was always needing attention as a kid, like, and I as a human, because during the time when I was developing that bond of love, my parents weren't able to give it to me because they were grieving over the loss of another child. So that's where it was a trauma that happened to me, but I didn't even know it, right? But it
yeah.
makes perfect sense now. Like now it's like, oh my God, no wonder I was crying out for attention all the time, because there was no energy there for me to get it as a 3-month-old baby.
Right.
So yeah. So it's very interesting how that comes up, different things like that.
Yeah, totally.
Can I just ask a question about something you said, Domain? So the veil is
Okay.
thinning. What does that mean?
Right. Well, it's just the energy, the veil between dimensions, worlds, I think, right, Janice? Maybe you
Yeah.
can explain it better.
Oh, see, that's it. Like let's say the veil between us here and people that have passed on, we're having more and more experiences of connection with those people that have passed on. They're coming in our dreams, we're hearing their voices, we're getting really clear messages. And it just means that it's like a curtain between these 2 dimensions of the 3D world and beyond. And those curtains are like no longer heavy velvet curtains, but they are maybe sheer curtains now. And we're starting to see that, oh, they really are still here, just in a different way. Right.
Hmm.
And so there's many dimensions, not just the afterlife, but many others, which is what I always felt were when people said, they experienced aliens or whatever. I always felt that that's how the connection is made, is through there's different dimensions, right? I didn't think necessarily that there's other planets that people are living on and traveling on spaceships here,
Right.
right? So this is where I'm kind of like, this is kind of weird that I'm having these dreams, because what are you preparing me for something? Anyways, so yeah, that's what that means. Does that make sense, Lee?
Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
awesome. Thank you
But
for
it's thinning because people are being more aware of it. Is that what that means?
yeah, our
Or
consciousness is rising up in
Yeah.
frequency. So we're no longer the heavy, dense physical beings, but we're starting to lighten up and raise our frequency. And that's where they are. They're in these other higher frequencies. So same as angelic realms and guides
Yeah.
and angels and all of that. Excuse me, we're rising up to connect with them. It can only come so far down
Right.
to us,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So perfect question. That's
Yeah, good
yeah.
question.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do too, for those of you in the certification program, is I'm going to post in our group just a kind of layout of how to create circle, how to get started on meditations. What I did want to show you though was this deck of cards that I got. I took a cards. Oh, maybe I have the wrong ones here. Oh, just a minute. I took a course from Izzy Ivy, who is a beautiful young woman in Bali, and she, oh goodness, these young souls that come in and they know so much. It just blows my mind, right?
Yeah.
That comparison part of me comes up and I have to settle it down and go, no, these are the beings coming in to help us. You young people that are so much further ahead in your understanding of these other worlds and dimensions and why we're here and energy and frequency. Anyways, she is the one that helped me master the glowing, well, I haven't mastered it yet, but glowing images.
Oh, I think you're well on your way, girl. I just am blown away by what you can do with your light.
Oh, well, anyway, she has actually a deck of cards called Unveiling the Golden Age. And seriously, this girl is probably maybe 30. Anyways, it's a beautiful deck. And she also has Beyond Lemuria, which is another deck that I have. But these are gorgeous cards, right?
Oh, nice.
And they are, oh, there's her Tree of Life. Just beautiful, beautiful cards. But what she has done is put them into different, like this is like a tarot deck, this one. So there's a major arcana and there's a minor arcana. But there's also a group of cards that are called portals, a group of cards that are called activations, and a group of cards, earth guardians. And you separate them into the piles. And then you can choose a card like a portal card, and you guide people through a meditation as you pull these cards. So if you pull this portal card, let's say, let me just find one that is like a forest, right? Okay. One could be a portal in the water, a deep dive portal. So you would guide people through. You could read her what she says and guide them through. And then the next card would be the guardian they encounter, right? So then you encounter this guardian. So then you would read what the guardian is as people are in meditation. And then the third one might be, the message or whatever. So you're guiding people through a meditation. Instead of trying to create one in your head, you actually have this deck of cards that will guide you.
Oh, that's neat.
Like, okay, we're going to go into a meditative state. I'm going to pull a card. Our portal is, walking into a deep forest, deep green forest. Imagine you're walking into the forest and then moving you forward. So I thought that was brilliant for people that maybe aren't used to creating meditations on their own. For me, when I do the guided meditations with you guys, it's like a download. I see it and then I tell you what I'm seeing. Like I guide you through that way. Even every morning meditation is the same way. Sometimes it's like, okay, universe, we really, like this morning, we need to do a healing for the world.
Right.
But I'll still get the visual and it'll be different than what I thought it would be, right? Or other times I just get us into alignment, because alignment is so important, that, opening up that alignment, that sacred space. And then all of a sudden I see a beach or I see a field or something. And so I guide you that way and just let it flow. And it's trusting. It's trusting the messages that are coming through, that they're coming through for a reason. So there is that. So I just wanted to show you that. So this is Unveiling the Golden Age by Izzy Ivy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, and I'm like incredible deck of cards and messages. It just still like blows my mind. So,
So was that course done online?
oh, the painting course was,
Yeah.
but it didn't include the cards or anything. I bought the cards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just bought them online. I think Amazon has them. Yeah.
Okay.
On Amazon. So yeah. So let's do a meditation right now. And then see what comes through. I have no expectation today. So oh yeah. All right. So light your candle and turn on your quiet music. Oh, let me get us some quiet music, right? I always forget to set that up. You know, technically I'm probably copywriting things that I shouldn't be, but it is just within our group. So we will. Let me just unplug. That loud enough for you guys? Oh no, forget it. I haven't shared my. How's that for sound?
Sounds good. Or it was.
Yeah.
Stopped?
I
Oh.
don't hear it anymore either.
Yeah.
No.
No, I must have hit the button by accident. Is it back now?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So just settle in. And let's breathe into our heart space. Nice, long, deep breaths. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Big sighs. Feeling into that heart space and seeing your light growing. A beautiful spark of light in the center of your heart that begins to grow and expand. Imagine some sacred geometry overlapping that light. Perhaps it's the Merkaba. Perhaps it's circles and triangles. Whatever you see there, bring that sacred geometry into that light, as this is the foundation of your quantum energy here on Earth. It is the building blocks of all that we create with. And see that growing with your light, that glowing sphere of light in your heart. Allow it to keep growing. Let it grow and expand to the size of a soccer ball, to the size of a beach ball. And let it keep going until you are standing in the center of this beautiful sphere of light. And let it expand out, 3 feet around your body, giving you space in there to move, allowing you to imagine extending your arms and not even touching the edges of this beautiful sphere of light. And then your sacred geometry expanding with the light, so it is all around you. If you know what the Metatron's cube looks like, imagine that. Otherwise, just let whatever comes to be exactly what you need at this moment. Knowing that this beautiful sacred geometry is at the energetic foundation of every cell in your body. That you are a beautiful being of light, right down to the perfect shapes in the energy of your cells. Breathe that in and see yourself aligning to the earth and the heart of Mother Earth in a beautiful column of light. And aligning to the universe, the heart of the universe. Here you are, standing in this beautiful sphere of light with this perfect geometry in perfect alignment. All your chakras lining up with the heart of the universe and the heart of Mother Earth. When you immerse yourself in this, feel it in your body. You're in perfect harmony. Perfect vibration to receive from the universe, to receive the messages, the guidance. And clear your mind of anything that may be distracting you from your focus of becoming the most ultimate you, your ultimate potential in this lifetime. As we stand here in this alignment, in this new moon energy, who would you like to become this year? Who would you like to evolve into? Imagine your highest possibility, the highest timeline for you. Are you a clearer channel? Are you channeling light messages? Are you standing in the power of who you are, what you brought here, your gifts? Are you moving through with emotional intelligence, voicing what you need in loving ways, speaking powerful words as you create? standing in your power, not undermining your power with repetitive thought patterns or weak words, but standing in your power, speaking into your visions, into being. And as you're standing here, call in your spirit team, your guides, your teachers, your healers, saints, gurus, divine masters, ascended masters, all of the highest truth and compassion. Invite them in. Invite them to circle up with you. Invite them to bring the message that you most need to hear right now, right here, right now. Imagine them circling up and then one steps forward with a beautiful message for you. Listen for that message. Feel it in your body. Receive. And thank them for their message when they are complete. And then imagine us circled up here together. See our faces. As we have been walking together for 6 months now and learning and growing and opening up as a channel of light, as a channel of messages from higher realms, from our highest spirit guides. Sometimes we get muddled up and cannot hear and see them as clearly. So as support, others can connect to your higher guides and receive a message for you. It's not about stepping into your energy. It's about them sitting with you and connecting at a higher level. So imagine that you are doing this with somebody here. Who stands out for you? Excuse me. Who stands out for you? And see their face and invite them in. Ask permission to their guides and angels for you to connect with them, to have your guides and angels connect with theirs, to bring that light through, stronger messages, symbols. And just without expectation, just wait and listen and watch. And when you feel you've received as much as you're going to receive, release, thanking them on all sides. And then feeling yourself coming back to your body, thanking our guides and angels, teachers and healers. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, for holding this space with us. And begin to move your body, wiggling around, coming back when you're ready, and opening your eyes. Oh, she is there. Okay. Hmm. Does anyone want to share? We'll start there. There you are.
Yeah, I turned off my light.
Nice.
I can share.
Awesome.
So, I got a similar message to myself and you, channeled for you, Janice. And it was like, first there's like a big peace sign, and then there was a big rush of water, like a river flowing through, but it felt like a release and like light. And then the message was, be still and the silence may sing to you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's good.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Is that for you or me?
That
Both of
was
us,
for you.
probably. Probably both of us. It always is a little bit for you too.
Well, and when I asked my guides for my message, it was like, um, silence will set you free. I don't know really what that means, but that's what came through.
It's trusting in the silence, knowing it's in the silence that we receive the messages. Yeah.
Yeah, that felt really good. I feel
Yeah.
light in my chest now. It's nice.
Nice.
That's good.
So thank you.
Yeah. And you need to continue to be there because you are working in a space that is a very high stress, high emotional place, right? You're at the hospital, right?
I
Or
work at the
clinic.
hospital sometimes, but my main part of my job is in home care, so I still work with people in their homes.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, I do carry a lot of people's things with me for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Cleansing meditations will be very important for you. Mm-hmm. Dalmain?
So my sign was a pyramid,
Mm.
and it did grow really well with me as we enlarged it, and that was kind of cool because I saw first, what did I see? I saw something else. I just saw the light, and then when you said to add your geometric sign, I did see the intertwining circles, but then the pyramid pushed its way in stronger, right? And so I let that happen, and that was really cool. And then when if Lane doesn't mind me sharing something for her. Is that
Oh, please
okay,
do.
Lane? Okay.
Yeah.
So then I got, what was it now? Oh God, me and my brain. I definitely had a message for you. I'm gonna have to wait and see if it comes back to me. I don't know what it was now. I don't know. I saw a baby. So I don't know if you're still looking to have more babies, but
No,
She's like, no,
maybe
no,
it's
no.
someone around you. Um, something to do with the baby.
Mm,
And then a lot of, at the very end, I got a vibrant blue and turquoise colors. And I don't know what that means, but it was just vibrant, like shiny, really shiny. So, yeah,
cool.
but it was very relaxing. That was really good.
nice. Nice. Yeah, it was a powerful one. There is definitely something going on here for me.
Mhm.
Um, because it really felt like I can slide into that dream time really easily. Not fall asleep, but slide into the dream time. And yeah, I don't know if it was well, okay, here's me doubting. Don't doubt, right? Just
Right.
accept what you receive. But I had a blue person, a blue alien type person step forward in my circle. And they said, we are coming. And I said, why? It's like, why? Why are you coming to Earth? And they said, because it's time. And
Oh,
it's time for the Earth to move forward. So it
mhm.
has something to do with pushing us forward, which is very
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. And so I do have a message for both of you, if you're good with that.
Yeah.
Lane, you are walking into this world tentatively. I could see you like stepping one foot forward, looking around, stepping the next foot forward, looking around. And they're saying, just come, relax, and come in. You got this. Like it is all here for you, and it is safe, and you can trust it. And so that I'll leave with you. Dane, you are going to fly like the birds this year. I kept seeing a beautiful bluebird flying around and feeling uplifted and expanded. And you are, I feel like this year is going to really expand for you. Even though it might not look like that right now, it will. You've
I'm
got more
actually
coming.
feeling that too. And now that you said bird, I did see an eagle in there too. And this eagle was soaring. So I get so many flashes, like I get so much. And I just to remember it all and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I did just see an eagle there too as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, no, but I do feel that this year is going to be a good year.
yeah, it
It's going to
is.
be a real good year.
Yeah, it is going to be a really good year for those that are doing the work and
Mhm.
have heightened their vibration and frequency. It's going to be wonderful, and it's going to be a little uncomfortable for people that have not. And that's why
Mhm.
we're needed. That's why we need to shine our
Yeah.
light. And I had picked a card for us at the beginning of before you guys came on. And this card is called Birthing the New. So when you said new baby, I was like, ah, that just lines perfectly up with our message here. And I'm just going to
Good
read
God,
it
I
to you.
hope that's what it is.
No, no, not a baby birth, but it is a new birth. So the key words are
Right.
conception, birth, new life, emotional support, gestation, and fertility. So you might want to be careful if you don't want any more like that. But this card asks you to birth into being a new idea, concept, or aspect of yourself. You are entering a new fertile phase of your life. Something new is about to be conceived and birthed, which contains your own unique signature. not something that is a copy or variation of what someone else has done, but something uniquely yours. This is the gift you have brought with you in this life to share with humanity at this time. It's time for you to understand that your abilities and gifts are as great as anything anyone else has to offer. It may not be something huge in terms of what you're used to. It may even seem to you to be insignificant, but it will have an impact on both your life and the lives of others. However, for it to be long lasting, it needs to be in harmony with the laws of nature, supportive of life and growth on the earth. When you birth in the new in this manner, not only this world, but the entire universe expands and supports your growth. So that is, and
Nice.
that is perfect, because my notes were, how would you like to see yourself channeling? How would you like to see your channeling ability grow?
Mhm.
Right? How would you like to channel? Like through speaking, through writing, through meditation, right? Who or what beings would you like to channel? Would you like to be the channel for other people, giving them messages of hope and encouragement, or would you like to bring a message through for the collective? Right? There are lots of channels out there already, but we're all needed to learn how to do this. And the idea is to get as many other people learning that they can do this too, because that's where our truth is. That's where our power is. That's where we find the answers. And especially as things get, rocky around us, we need to stop looking outside of ourselves for confirmation and just keep going within and getting those messages of, well, how do I handle this situation, right? What's the best way for me to handle this situation through love and not fear? Because fear is a strong emotion, and we'll slip into it. We all do many, many times. It's just coming back to that center, coming back to the channel within you that is so, so important. And it can be for your family, for your loved ones, yeah. And so with that, I'll leave the module with you, easy enough to read through on your own. Lots of great ideas in there for painting, for the intuitive practice painting. The video for that is in the very beginning of the Teachable. Yeah, so it's in there already. Create a symbol that represents this journey of learning more channeling abilities. The Phoenix is what we've always kind of done at the end of this Creative Mystic program, is paint the Phoenix. And so when we meet on the 25th, which is the full moon, we're going from the new moon to the full moon. That is very cool. We can draw or paint the Phoenix, or if something else comes up for you, this will be your intuitive painting that you can create as a celebration of coming to the end of this Creative Mystic modules. However, we in the Soulfully Aligned Creative Mystic certification will continue forward with our growth and learning until April 26th is our last gathering together, but we have lots to do before then, and lots more gatherings, and we can do more meditations and everything too. So
Perfect.
yes, let me know if you do have any questions about anything in there. But this is the perfect day to do those journal prompts too, because it's the new moon. It's a powerful new moon. It is the beginning of the year, a beginning of a powerful year. And so really visioning in who you want to become, what do you want to create in your life, is important today.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes. Thank you for being here, you two.
Yes, thank you.
I
And we
miss
will
everyone else.
see you
Tomorrow.
Are we gathering next week?
We
or-
have the Soulfully Aligned Creative Mystic certification group tomorrow morning for
Oh, Okay.
the Soulful Entrepreneur #2 at 9:30. Yes.
Okay. We will
All
see you then.
All right. Thanks, you
Take
guys.
care.
See
Bye,
you
Lane.
guys.
Oh, Lane, I got another
Bye.
vision. It was a violin or something. I don't know.
A
Violin or
violin.
mandolin.
Music. Cool.
So not sure what that means. Anyway, I'll leave it with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Take
you
care.
guys.
You see it.